Alrighty folks, we're going to be moving on to the variable cost component. This is probably one of the more difficult parts of the assignment. It does look to appear very easy, but what we need for you to do is to change your mentality for this part of the assignment. Most of you are 16, 17, or 18 years old. You have limited financial responsibility. What you need to do is put yourself in the mindset of a graduate or someone that is outside in the so-called real world. And you're in your 20s, your lifestyle is going to change. So we're kind of trying to get you to think about some of the other costs that you might be incurring in a given month. Now for this assignment, it's going to notate that there's a template. If you click on the variable costs to consider tab, this is the document that's going to pop up. And you're going to notice this looks very different than any of the other templates. It's not really a template. It's more of these are things that you should really think about. Okay? They're just examples of things that you should consider. You don't need to include all these things, and there may be some things that are on this list that you don't need, and there may be additional things that we don't have that you need to add. Okay, so you need to change that around to meet your own needs. So these are some things that Ms. Mayer and I came up with that we believe you should be looking at as someone in their 20s. You're going to be probably expected to be, buying gifts, maybe family and friends, birthdays, whatever it may be. Now, you may not be spending money on gifts every single month, but remember, you may want to budget for them because there may be certain time periods where I'm going to be giving more gifts than others. So what kind of money do you want to allot yourself in terms of gift giving on a monthly basis? What do you anticipate maybe spending on clothes, shoes, and other accessories? Entertainment, movies, concerts, sporting events. These things, I don't go to a concert every single month, but there may be some times in a year that I go once or twice, and so I may want to account for the fact that I'm going to be going and doing that. I don't go to a baseball game, every month of the year. In December when baseball is not playing, I'm not doing that, but in the summer I go to some games. So what are some ways that I could account for entertainment that I might be spending in a given month? Furniture, are you going to be buying anything for your apartment, condo, or whatever type of house you have? Home repairs, car repairs, books and magazines. Do you have any certain hobbies? Is there something that you like to do that you like to participate in? Are you going to be doing a gym membership? Are you going to be going to any additional restaurants outside of your food calendar that you want to build in extra money for? Personal care. Going on a vacation. Once again, I don't go on a vacation once a month. I may go on one really nice vacation a year, but I want to maybe set aside money every single month for that vacation. Am I going to be donating money? Am I going to be setting aside money for charities or church groups? Medical supplies, prescriptions. I don't know when I'm going to get sick, but I know that in a year I'm going to probably be going to the doctor. I'm probably going to need to buy medicine, whatever it may be. And there's times when I'm going to make some quick purchases. They're going to be just, I'm in the mood for a soft drink, or I'm in the mood for a bag of chips. These would be quick purchases, candy, soda, and coffee. And also if you've got a job and you're working, you may need to pick up things, pens, binders, folders, etc. So the whole point here is for you guys to kind of come up with an expectation of some extra costs that you might be incurring within a given month. Once again, going back to our philosophy on budgeting, we want to make sure that we're overestimating our expenses. So if I put something down here and that's not actually what I spend within a given month, I'm giving myself a realistic expectation that I could potentially spend that. Okay? So these are some things to consider. Like I said, feel free to add things to this list and delete things that they may most appropriately meet your lifestyle.